like to be like an outcast, unwanted. This is the first chapter of our project, and we are proud to present to you what it means to be unique, to be different. We are also proud to raise awareness of this issue and to take a step forward in eliminating hate and prejudice. Please enjoy our performance, and we hope it inspires you.
Fag.
Who or what do you believe I am? You can't really tell, can you? Some people call me
Ugly.
Idiot.
Slut.
others know me as
Stupid.
Fake.
Whore.
Stop, guys, stop! You really couldn't tell who I was before, could you? I was a nameless voice, unknown to those who are not willing to ask my name. You see me sitting here, being labeled by people who don't really care to know my story. I'm not who they claim I am. I believe I'm not gay, fat, a slut, or stupid. Of course, they don't see this. It shows how hard it is to judge people when you know close to nothing about them. I like to think of myself as funny, maybe a little more sarcastic than I need to be at times. I'm not dumb, or slow, or fat, or homosexual. How could you or they know that? I'm mean, energetic, horrible at singing despite my constant attempts. I have dreams just like you. Who are you to label them? Why is it so stupid that I have dreams too? Why is that impossible? Of course, it's just as easy to get to know someone as it is to judge them when you know nothing of their story.
Hi, my name's Rachel Naksha, and these are 3 stories that are in this project. I feel very bad for my ears. They hear everything. Between sad teenage soap operas and annoying catfights in my middle school hallways. Ears can hear nice sounds like your favorite songs blasting through your radio, or someone saying they love you. Then there's bad sounds, like the crash of something precious colliding with the floor, or when you hear bad news you never thought you'd have to hear. Then there's those times when there's nothing left to hear. This can range from something being so insanely beautiful that no one has the words to describe it, to finally finding out you've been waiting to hear for an eternity, and you're so astounded you have nothing left to say. Then there's those times when there's so much noise you wish it would all just stop. Like the noise of 2 people you love so much deciding they don't love each other anymore. So many words, so little time. I don't like the feeling of writing. It hurts my hands. Sometimes I feel like a pencil being dragged across paper, being pulled around to form words when all I want to do is go in my own direction and make a giant scribble across the page. But it's the hand who guides me. I'm not the hand, I'm just the pencil being pulled by this annoying hand. I used to trust the hand to guide me in the right direction across the paper. Now I see all it wants to do is pull me into the same boring thing, words. Then there's the paper, supporting me, my surface to express myself. Without it, I would have nothing. But there's always those few pieces of paper that have bricks in them. Therefore, they no longer support me. Sometimes we cannot control our emotions, nor our actions. We try and try, but if that something doesn't happen, nothing else will. We all grow up in this perfect little bubble of a world. Everything is perfect, everything is easy, until one day that perfect little bubble pops. You realize that outside the bubble, there's a big bad universe of people who hurt you, lie to you, and abandon you. You realize that you become this version of yourself that was just unthinkable inside the bubble. Life is a challenge. Everything is rough and tough. It's like when the bubble never-ending hole. You keep going and going. There's no break. You can't just shut it all off. You don't know why. All you can think is stop, stop, stop. Stop feeling, stop falling, stop knowing. All you want to do is dig yourself out of the hole, but you lost your shovel. So now you're here. What now? There's no way out, but there's also no way in. This hole is closed off. No one's allowed in, but really no one wants to come dig you out. They don't have the time for something to go wrong and fall into. But maybe if they just tried to dig a little deeper, stand a little closer, try to understand why. But they aren't going to figure you out. You're just going to have to do it yourself. You have to know you're not in the hole because you did something wrong. You're here because you made the decision to pop the bubble and drop. You just didn't stick your landing. You were pushed into the hole by those of us in the bubble who just don't care anymore. They don't care enough to let you be happy, to let you land on the ground. Reality. This is not a movie. This is not a rumor. This is a story. Your story. It is up to you to fix it. Erase the words, start all over, rewrite it the way you want it to go. So now it's time to grab yourself a shovel and dig. Dig and dig and dig. Yes, there will be obstacles, you will fall, but it's up to you to get back up. Whatever it takes, just get back up. Soon you will be there, soon you will land in the perfect spot between the bubble and the hole. Reality. Once you're there, embrace it, enjoy it, because now you're there. The perfect balance between the right and wrong. The place of the dreamers, the artists, and anyone who has ever fallen. We're all here together. Here's the only place I want to be. Perfect.
Well, no,
Attention seeker.
what? No, I just,
Think you're good at everything?
well, I'm good at some stuff, but
There she goes again with the high and mighty act. You just think you're perfect, don't you?
you're the one who said that in the first place.
I bet she practices her singing in her sleep just so she can say she's better than us.
Well, you're not.
I never said I was.
We didn't ask.
But you still think you're so perfect, don't you?
Hi, I'm something.
So, you taught yourself how to play guitar?
Yeah, it's really easy. I just use the pictures that show you where to put your fingers on the strings.
And you just picked it up just like that? Wow. And how did you learn how to do it?
I don't know, just do, I guess.
Yeah, and you're so awesome and you're really pretty too.
Yeah, just gorgeous. I wish I looked just like you.
Thanks. You're just jealous.
Jealous? Why would I be jealous of an ugly chick who can't sing or play guitar or anything?
I'm just gonna go.
Why did you say that?
Don't you see? She thinks she's better than us with those clothes and that music. She just thinks she's perfect.
I mean, I guess she's a little.
And then, like, out of nowhere, Vanessa's like, hey, let's go out. I'm like, ew. We all know Vanessa's not my type. Like, she's nice and all, but she's nice to any guy that'll talk to her. Not my type.
What's your type again?
Nice, smart, modest. Like you. You're the perfect example.
Really?
Well, she has to be pretty too. At least in name.
I see.
I guess. No, I just can't do this.
But I thought you just said I was perfect for you.
It's too much pressure. You're like a diamond. I'm just a rock. You're just way too perfect.
read chapters 6 and 7 for homework last night.
Of course.
That's good. How far did you read?
I finished the book. Is that okay?
Oh, typical. That's perfectly fine. Now, who would like to read aloud?
What? You don't want to read aloud?
Yeah, you don't want to make us listen to you read again?
I thought you liked the attention.
I have a sore throat today.
Ah, what a shame, what a shame. Guess you're not so perfect after all.
But I never did get to tell you. I'm Beth. I like music and I love singing and playing the guitar. I also like to read and write, and I feel like wearing someone else's sweatshirt feels like a long-term hug. I also think that firm handshakes are an important part of a good first impression. And I'll tell you what, I'm not perfect in the slightest, but I like me, and in the end, that's all that matters.
Shut it out, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but all your bullets ricochet. You shut it down, but I get up. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, far away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Far away, far away. You shoot me down, but I On the lonely grounds, fragments of litter with no identity are lost helplessly, with nowhere to turn. The particle of trash is unfit for nearby bins, gorged with bags and wrappers. And as the lonesome trash mopes helplessly, unable to interact with others, people are oblivious to the wrapper's struggle to be accepted into the bins. The bins are so close, yet why are they so far away? Each day, the wrapper is neglected yet again and wanders the earth with no confidence or meaning. And when the scrap feels that it is impossible for light in the darkness, light shines over the horizon, and there appears numerous orange figures, what seems to be the equivalent of the popular trash bin. Then, hands pick up the individual pieces of what seems to be other lonely fragments. The once lonesome piece feels a beacon of hope as the orange bags draw nearer. As the hesitant bit is wrapped into the gloved hand, it is placed into the orange mystery and nervously analyzes the area. Individual pieces surround the wrapper. For the first time, the once lost piece was found and accepted into the bins just like it. All it took was a little searching and a kind, helping hand. See it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaken, but I gotta keep trying. What's waiting on the other
that you're caught in some kind of time lapse. You hear the echo of laughing. You see others passing. But you feel alone. You're out of breath. You're out of time. You feel the world collapse. And you know that you're going to choke. I am the last piece of paper. Nobody sees me. All the others get words or pictures. I get nothing. I appear to fit in. Just another piece of paper, right? No. I'm different. I'm isolated. Even amongst the others of my kind, I am different. I can vanish and nobody cares. They have the others. I have no one. I am the last piece of paper. Forever I will stand, alone. I packed a sign in my school's hallway that screams, "Buy carnations, $1 each. Send them to a friend for Valentine's Day." It's a cute idea that many schools have adapted. But when I look at those cursed flowers, they bring back a memory that I try to forget. It was 6th grade, my first year at the big middle school. Valentine's Day was fast approaching. I was, to put it mildly, a little naive about Valentine's Day outside of elementary school. At my old school, Valentine's Day meant you bought a big pack of Valentines that you handed out to the whole class. The teacher would hand out chocolate-shaped hearts, and you'd have a party. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Anyway, it was 6th grade. There were posters and announcements about buying carnations. I was excited. I sent 3 out to my friends. I wrote funny sayings on the slips of paper. I was anxiously waiting for my flowers. I didn't really expect any from guys. I didn't have many guy friends, but it didn't matter to me. The morning of the day came. I sat nervously in homeroom. There was a giant stack of carnations in my classroom. More than one per person, so I expected to get one. My teacher called out the names, one by one. Some people got 2, 3, or even 4. I thought I would at least get one. But as the piles dwindled, so did my hopes. My name was not called. I waited for afternoon homeroom, where carnations that were ordered throughout the day would be delivered. There was a decent pile. I waited, but the moment never came. Oh well, I figured. I bet lots of people didn't get any. Boy, was I wrong. I walked to my locker in a sea of flowers. Everyone in my hallway, so everyone in my grade, had at least one. The smell was sickly sweet. I walked onto my bus. People's eyes scanned the rows to see who had more than them. When their eyes fell upon me, they seemed shocked. How could someone not even have any friends to send them a carnation? As I walked home from the bus stop, my view of the day changed. It was no longer a cheery day filled with pink and red hearts. It was a cold, painful, unforgiving winter day like any other. Tears fell like cold winter rain when I got home. But before anyone saw, I dried my eyes and calmed my breathing. Nobody will ever know the story of the Valentine's Day that broke my spirit. All because of a carnation.
by the infinite and power-bound cosmos, I was gifted with a soul and body. The tale of my life is a story with no beginning. One may brutally interrupt my story to exclaim, "That makes no sense." The rebellious statement is correct, yet nothing is 100% accurate, making them completely wrong. Anyways, because there is no pinpoint start of existence, it has gifted us with growing knowledge. If we were conscious before the Big Bang or other possible start, we would have learned a few things. Everything. Then, when the start finally happened, we'd fall on the earth knowing every secret, every movie ending, knowing how to make every invention or uncreated contraption. Life would be, in other words, boring. Because our incarnated minds are born unexpectedly, we had time to learn. Because we don't know everything, it gives me and others creativity. In conclusion, we are gifted with knowledge and creativity. We allowed friends to converse secrets. It made us enjoy the suspense before the end of each and every movie. It is why people have an interest to create new inventions. In my story, the end, beginning and end will never be written. And why? Because I plan on finding out just what will happen next.
Why prisms? Well, a prism can take light and make it beautiful. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It could be from a glorious beam of light shining through its stained glass window. Or it could be a tiny fragment of light barely coming in from a dirty cellar. It doesn't matter whether the light is artificial or if it comes straight from the sun. Why a prism? Because a prism takes light and makes it into something beautiful. A rainbow.
Keep your head up, whoa.
refreshments in the bell.
Refreshments will be in the